Hello guys, and welcome to Tutorials by Gabriel. Well, I'm finally back. I got my hard drive, so I hope I'll start to post more videos soon. Blender 2.49 is out. You can get it from the blender.org website. You just go to download now and you choose your operating system from here. Let me close this. Okay, so we saw in our other tutorials, this is what you see when you first open Blender. We saw in our other tutorials that with the G key you grabbed the object and moved around. With the R key you rotate it, and with the S key you scale their size. Well, what I want to add to that, and first I have to explain this, is this. You see this green line, this red line that we see from the top view, which you can select from view top. Make sure that that view is selected. This green line is the y-axis, and this red line is the x-axis. This would be in a 2D space. And there's also the z-axis, which I'm going to select the side view from this view side. View everything like from a side view. There's this blue line, which is the z-axis, which we can see right here. Now, if for example I'm in this view and I press the G key, which I can freely move, and I press the Z key, it locks the object onto that axis, so it only moves across the z-axis. I can also use this with, for example, the R key, which rotates. So I press R and Z, and it rotates around the Z. Now, for this I'm going to be selecting the top view. For example, I have my cube, and I only want to move it across the x-axis. So I press the G, and then the X, and it only moves across the x-axis. Or, for example, I want to move it across the Y, so I press G, and then Y, and it moves it along from bottom to top. It would be. Okay, so that was a simple demonstration of what you can do with locking axis. Now, another thing I want to show in this tutorial, for this we're going to start all over again. I'm going to go File, New, Erase All, and we're going to delete our default cube for this. Delete. So we press the Delete key and erase selected objects. We're gonna you can place the cursor wherever you want. Just gonna leave it in the middle. You press the space bar, add, and we have this stuff we used to add meshes, which is a cube, a circle, UV sphere, and now we're gonna be adding a meta. Now you have 1, 2, 3, 5 types of meta. For now, we're gonna be putting a meta ball. Now, meta objects are almost the same as normal objects, but they do have one difference, which I'm going to be showing you in just a sec. We're going to be putting our cursor anywhere around the screen, not on top of this. I'm going to put it right here, and we're going to be adding another meta. Space, add meta. We're going to be adding another ball, and the difference with the other objects is the metas actually blend together. You can see if I put it right here and I start to put it close to this, it sort of blends up with the other objects. For example, I'm going to put the cursor around the screen, add meta. I'm going to be on another meta. I'm going to be at a meta tube. With the G key, use the same commands you use with normal objects, but this time they just blend together. This is mostly used for blending, and well, I don't know, you can blend or sculpt. Mostly that's what metas are for. Now, for this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you. We're gonna be doing a peanut. Yeah, I think that. So I'm gonna start all over again. Erase all. We delete the default cube. Erase selected objects. Add meta ball. And I'm gonna put it just right here. Space, add meta ball. And I'm gonna put it right around here. And you can see that it's not very smooth, but when we render, which you can go over here to render current frame, it's actually very smooth. It doesn't do it in this preview, but when we render, you can see it very smooth. Now I'm going to be sizing and make it a little bit smaller. Oh, it's way too small. There we go. And I'm going to be selecting both of them. To select both of the metas, you press Control, Shift, and you click around this circle. Don't press a shape or I'll select something else. And you touch with the right click. This circle. Let me see why it doesn't. Oh, there we go. You can press somewhere around the this little ball, I guess. And we're gonna be clicking over down here. We're gonna be clicking on this ball, and then where it says link to object, we're gonna click on add new. And as you can remember from the other tutorials, it's exactly the same as any other object. We're gonna be making it, I don't know, brown. Let me see. You can try around with the colors to make it. You can actually do any color, but see what I can get, sort of like a brown. Well, I guess it's the sort of brown. So when we render, we can click on render current frame. We see our little peanut with, I don't know, it's a close imitation, but now both objects are selected, so I'm going to press the G key. We can move it around, but if I only want to move one object around, I just, without touching any keys, touch with my right mouse button. I only click right here on this, close to this circle. And that's about it for our second Blender tutorial. So thank you for watching.